Hello comrades, Commissar Bro here today, starting a new series on Supreme Ruler Ultimate. That's right, I know a lot of people have been requesting the hell out of this game, and don't get me wrong, I like it. It's very interesting, it's very good, but I'm not all that good at it. So, it's been one that I've kept on the back burner for a while, and I was going to do a Djibouti series with it, but again, I'm just not good enough at this game to play as Djibouti. Djibouti seems impossible to play with Supreme Ruler Ultimate, but again, I don't know. I'm definitely no expert. So, hopefully, throughout this series, you guys will be willing to give me tips on how to play, some good ideas, essentially, of what I should be doing, how I should be doing it, and so on and so forth. I will be playing as Spain, a country that more often than not is completely ignored in terms of, like, these World War II games, or, just games in general tend to ignore Spain, even though it does have the potential to be a pretty powerful country if managed correctly. Just FYI, this is the 1940s scenario in the game, so I am, like I said, I am playing as post-Spanish Civil War Spain, when the nationalists took over after the defeat of Republican Spain. That's right, that's right. And it looks like Italy's already sent us something. Italy offers the CR-32 Falco unit design. And they literally are just offering it, and okay, we're going to accept that because that is most certainly in our best interest to get a new unit. Why the fuck not, right? So basically, let me try to walk through this game as best as I know how. And I'll just talk about some of the features that this game has compared to other games like Superpower 2, or Making History, and so on. Now, the big difference between this and Making History is it is real time. The fastest the clock can go is that, which is a pretty reasonable speed. It's not too fast, especially with the pace of the game. Things can start happening very fast. It's a little bit more real, which I like. I kind of do like that. And you will, like, especially if you're playing as an important big country like the United States, Germany, France, USSR, UK, or whatever, you're going to be getting a whole bunch of diplomatic messages and stuff like that, especially because you're resource rich. So, let's put that clock back on normal. As we can see, I do have a pretty decent amount of money to spend, and how I normally do it is I start by building up resources. Now, one thing that does make this game, again, a lot different than, say, Superpower, or Making History, is generally in those games I strive to have a very, very strong economy as early as humanly possible. Now, with this game, it's hard to do that because you can overextend yourself very, very quickly, and you can fuck up your economy. At the same time, if you're careful, you can make a very powerful economy very quickly. So it's kind of it is what it is. And again, I do hope that you guys will be able to explain, like, how infrastructure and stuff like that works in terms of roads. I tend to just build roads everywhere. Like, for example, these coal mines that I am currently building to add on to this one that already exists here. I just build roads because I guess that should help the infrastructure of it, right? Or do roads work essentially in this game as purely just just movement modifiers? Do they just speed up unit movement, or do they actually have an effect on resource production and so on? Yeah. So if anyone could answer that for me, that would be great in the comments. Oh, and it looks like Germany has declared war on quite a few people. Goodness. International officials have a report that there's creation of alliance between Netherlands and Norway. Alright, so if we zoom out, we can actually kind of see, we get a base idea of what's going on. Germany is steamrolling. It's the Blitzkrieg era, ladies and gentlemen. You know what that means. That means war is begun, essentially. This is right after Poland has been taken as well. So basically, France is at war with Germany, and Germany is probably going to start trying to push through the Maginot Line. If this game actually simulates the Maginot Line in any capacity, I'm not too sure because I don't see forts, I don't see trenches or anything else like that. Again, I'm pretty much a noob at this game. So I'm going to be expecting a lot of assistance as we play through. I understand a lot of the core concepts of basically like automation and domestic approval, so on. For example, I know that you can give your guy basic ideas to tell him what to do. Increase tax rate, target balanced budget. You can pick more custom priorities and stuff like that, where we can, if we want to improve GDP, if we want to improve so on and so forth. Yeah, so I'm aware of that, and I love, that's something I love about this game, is it understands it's complicated. It's not trying to act like it's not. It knows it is. So it has tooltips here, like, okay, improve GDP. Well, what does that do in the core game mechanics? Well, lowering taxes increases production and defense spending. The benefits are higher GDP per capita, which should improve your domestic approval ratings, but it could lead to significant inflation, which could also hurt your economy. So that's interesting. Now, a question I do have for, again, long-time players of the game, does a higher GDP actually affect anything aside from domestic approval rating? It does, of course. It should mean that you get more tax income, and as such, your economy can become larger and stronger. And Jesus, Germany just destroyed Belgium. My God. They waste no time. They wasted no time. And, oh, man. Wow. Okay, so, yeah. Okay, yeah, so I guess there are French emplacements. We just can't see it because we don't have line of sight. Makes sense. Okay, but there is a serious war going on right now, and the Germans are making a beeline for Paris. That's right. It's no bueno for the Parisians, mind you, but Germany sure is happy about it, I'm sure. All right, well, let's focus on ourselves, shall we? So we're building coal mines. What else should we build? I'm thinking maybe we can find some more oil. Is there any oil in Spain? It looks like there's only off the coast. Yeah, only off the coast. That's the only place we really have oil. Well, from my experiences that I played before, where I played as Japan, I do know that oil disappeared rather quickly. So that might be something we need to focus on. Timber industry. Timber's important. Methinks. So I am going to, let's go ahead and just build some timber right there and max out in that area. Look, there's our troops moving along. Oh, look, we invented RPGs before everybody else. Go us. Nice. So what else should we build? And again, this is kind of how I start out. I kind of focus on resource production, making sure that I have enough of the basic stuff, timber. Does Spain have uranium? Oh, it does. Look at that. Spain has uranium. But we don't really need uranium at this point in time, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. I'm more concerned about industrial capacity, ore mines and stuff like that, making sure that we're actually getting a good supply in. Now, something else for players who are unfamiliar with the game, when you start building resources, it builds a town first. So if you don't have a town in that area, it's going to build a town, and then it's going to proceed to build the other stuff. So that's kind of what I was saying, is like if you overextend too quickly and start building too much stuff, then it's going to take forever for your stuff to build. So you need to be very careful. And again, I might have overextended already. It's not hard. It's not hard at all, but yeah. So let's look at research, I guess. We'll just take a quick look at that. We are currently researching semi-automatic rifles, and we can have two. Yeah, why aren't we? We have one more available slot. Why aren't we researching that? Let's put a little bit of extra money into project development and research efficiency. Again, research technological stuff is very important to me in terms of how it goes. You can actually choose more specifically what you want, or you can just kind of give your guy a general idea. Hey, I want military technologies and basic technologies, and that's kind of what he'll focus on. Now, if you want, like, say, for example, launch physics, we can go for that. It shows you what it does, what the prerequisite technologies are, and gives you a general idea of what it is. And even if your population is supportive of it or not, and how much it costs to actually research. Again, this game understands it's complicated, and as such attempts to assist you in knowing how to play the damn thing. Because, I mean, it's not easy. And again, I know a lot of people have put way more time into it than I have. So again, hence why I'm hoping for some tips. as we go through. Now, we could go for improved power grid. That would take 2.3 years to 3.1 years. That's kind of a long time for that. What else do we have? Okay, well, see, here's some better stuff. Let's go for some more military-esque stuff. Yeah, we'll do some AT shells improvements. But, I mean, it won't really matter because more than likely we're probably not going to get involved in World War II. And France has already surrendered. Okay, so it is now Vichy France. That's right. Germany is wasting no time, ladies and gentlemen. They are wasting no time. Oh, and look, we're getting diplomatic offers from the United States, who basically is offering us goods for 7 days. We might want that. What else do we got from the other people? Pretty much the same stuff, just for short-term stuff. 30 days, 55,000. Yeah, we can accept that. And diplomatic. We'll accept the first one, but we're going to reject the other more expensive one. We don't want to throw too much of our money away. We're already kind of hemorrhaging money as far as it's concerned, but our average social rating is going up, and it does look like our overall government efficiency is going up, and GDP has actually gone up about $20 so far, so we are above the average. That's right. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, we're doing pretty good, but we are running out of money fast, so oh, goodness gracious. That's no bueno. It's no bueno at all. No bueno at all. What's our status on this timber mill? Okay, they're almost done. Once those are done, that'll be a good amount of resources we'll have pouring in, as well as here with these coal mines, as we can see there. And they're almost finished as well, so that's a good thing about those. Now, again, something I hope people can explain to me as we're playing through here is, does the population really have an effect on the buildings? Like, if it shows the number of people, is that just showing like the maximum number you can have? Like, basically there's 3 people there, is that saying I can only have 3 coal mines there? Or what? What is that actually saying? I hope you guys can explain that to me. But aside from that, I think we're pretty solid. We're pretty good to go. We're not going to get involved in World War II. Again, it would just not be good for us. We don't really have that strong of a military. We definitely can't compete with Germany. And Germany is already doesn't like us. For whatever reason, they don't like us. So, yeah, look at that. They're hostile towards us. We definitely do not want to piss on Germany. We don't want them. And it does look like the Western powers do actually like us, especially Russia, which is surprising considering they supported the Republican Spain and not nationalist Spain. So, yeah, whatever. What about Portugal? Portugal don't like us either. Interesting, very interesting. Well, I'd say this is a pretty good first episode, relatively short enough for you guys to kind of explain some of those questions I had, and maybe give me some good tips for running Spain in this particular playthrough. Honestly, I'm really excited because this game is one game I've constantly wanted to be a part of. I've wanted to get into it. I've just not had the time to learn it and sit down because I'm not a big fan of going and just playing the tutorials. Depending on the game, I'm not a big fan of it. And this game is one of those games I don't want to play tutorials because I don't think I'll understand. It's better if someone just explains it to me. But anyway, this has been Kami-Saha Bro. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are excited about this as I am. And I hope this turns out really good for us. So yeah, keep watching it. Oh, look at that nice amount of income we're making. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Our people are getting richer and inflation's rising just a smidgen, but that's okay. We're doing all right. Yeah. Anyway, this has been Kami-Saha Bro, and I'll see you beautiful comrades next time.